Hey, Robert Davis back with you. A little more Delphi and fast reports. Wanted to follow up on the last follow-up uh, about what we'd like to do is when the user's using the application, and say for instance we go to select a report, the user goes to select a report. Um, there's a few steps that you want to go through to make sure that you save the state of the main table that's in use. For instance, the original order the table was in, and in this case it defaults to the natural input order, and then set the index field name to the table to, say for instance we're going to do full name, so set the index field names to last name, comma, first name, comma, middle name. Set it to that. Execute the report, and then once they're finished viewing or printing the report, take them back to the original state of the table, restore the place they were in when they selected the report from the menu. So let's have a look at what we're talking about. In this application, carried over from the last tutorial, we have this table and we can navigate all the records and stuff. And what we'd like to do, say we're messing around whatever with Tommy Hilfiger's record in the main table. Well, but all of a sudden somebody calls me and says, I need a phone list or a contact list or something like that. So we're on Tommy Hilfiger's record. What we're going to do is go ahead and execute the contact list, and now you'll see it's in last name, first name, middle name order. And then when we're done viewing it or printing it, we want to return the user to the record in the main table that they were on when they chose the report. So let's see how that works. And there we go. We're back on Tommy Hilfiger. The natural state is that when you execute the report, it automatically goes to the last record in the table. However, the index field names are set. So let's look at this one more time. The last name would be Tiny Tim. Well, but I was working on Tommy Hilfiger's record. There it is. It goes back to it. And let me show you how that's done. It's fairly simple, not too complicated. So let's look at the code. Go to code behind. This is the contact list menu item for the report. What we do is we establish two variables local to this procedure. S-index field names, which is a string, and BM, which is a bookmark. First thing we want to do is get the bookmark. So we load BM with ADO Table 1 bookmark. Next thing we want to do is capture the index field names that are currently in effect. So in other words, we save the state the table was in. And that's how we do that. S-index field names is set to ADO Table 1 index field names. And then, because it's the contact list and we want to do it by full name, we set the ADO Table 1 index field names to last name, comma, first name, comma, middle name. Finally, we'll show the report, and they can view it or print it, whatever they need to do. Save it to a PDF or something. And so here's where you kind of make your money on a particular report ending, is you set the index field names back to what they were already at before they selected the report. And then you also go to the bookmark saved in BM at ADO table 1. So watch this, it's simple. I'm going to pick Nancy Joe, do the contacts list, and you see Nancy Joe's next to the last record in this order of full name. Do we go back? Yes, we do. We're back on Nancy Joe. Let's pick Linda Ann. Pick the report, execute it, again, full name order, close the report, and it's back on Linda Ann. So, that's a simple way you do it. You like to save state, just like you'd save, the measurements, the height and width and position of the table and all that stuff, which is really actually done for you. But in this case, they don't know what you're going to do with an ADO table. So what naturally happens is it just goes record by record based on the index field names. And when you get to the end, if you didn't do the saving the index field names and setting them back, and the ADO and going back to the bookmark of the table, it just ended up on the last record in the natural input order of the table. So you in effect lose your place. So this is about bookmarking and saving the index field names of the main table that you're in to use, run your report, and set everything back to what it was, so the user's not taken on over the river and through the woods trip. So anyway, it's just that simple. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm using Delphi 10.4 and Rad Studio 10.4, which I bought last night. They're having a really good sale. It's Delphi's 26th birthday. I've been using it since the first box on the shelf at Best Buy I took. I think I paid $99 for it. And I knew right away after I got it installed that this is the feature. And no, I don't get any remuneration from Embarcadero for saying any of this stuff. It's just exactly how I feel, within 40 years of computing development. So it's just that simple. I'll give you a second to kind of memorize the code here for what you need to do. This is all you really need to do. It's not that complicated. And save the state and set it back to it after you're done with the report, no matter what report you choose. It's as simple as that. So anyway, let's see, did we do this? Let's try Tommy Hilfiger. Contact list. Name order. Close. And it's back to Tommy Hilfiger. Pick another one. I'm going to pick myself. Contact list. Still in name order. I come second, but when I close it, I'm back in the natural input order, and the record pointer is on me, or the bookmark is puts me back to me. That's all there is to it. So anyway, you guys have fun with that. There's lots of good reasons why you'd like to save the state the table is in, and this is one of them. It keeps the user's place with what they're doing. Anytime an operation is interrupted to do another task, it's good to save this information and then restore it to the table once you're done. Thank you very much for being with me. Again, I'm Robert Davis. And if you like this little tutorial, give me a like, um, subscribe if you will, and comments and questions are always welcome. So, at any rate, y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.